Hello Virgo and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for June the 16th through to the 30th. And what I get for you for this fortnight, Virgo, is you're about to go for something. I get given this image of you. It's like you've got a javelin. It's like you're back in ancient Greece and you've got this javelin and you're about to do something. I get given the words heroic feat. Something quite extraordinary. It's like you're an Olympian and about to kind of compete and throw this javelin and do something quite extraordinary. So, yeah, it's a funny, it's drawing on your strength, but you're about to do something really amazing. So that is the energy. That's the image I've got of you. So let's see what cards are coming through. So 3 of Acorns, foresight and exploration. I love it. Look at that beautiful giraffe. So yeah, I mean, this would be a very beneficial energy if you're about to take something on or about to do something that quite extraordinary in your life to have that foresight, but to also, think about it beforehand, think about what things could occur. And that's what I feel like when I had this sense of you with the javelin. It's like, this is not just you picking up any old javelin and going, oh yeah, I'll try javelin today. This is you with this strong sense of determination because you've thought about it. You know exactly where you want that javelin to land. And you're like, you've got all this sense of like, okay, I'm really focused here. So, there's this sense of determination with it. But it's also like the exploration is kind of exploring how far you can throw it, exploring your own strength, exploring your own abilities. So, yeah, interesting. But it is saying it is good to be able to have that higher perspective of the giraffe, to be able to see further ahead, to know where you're going. So before you decide to go for it. So that's an important kind of message to come through with it, Virgo. So Virgo, just letting you know this reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because they give you kind of a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Virgo. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading and the link for that will be in the description box below. So we have Pentacle Queen, Capricorn Throne and High Priest, Taurus, Venus, Moon. I like this because the Venus is actually in Taurus for a big part of this fortnight. And Venus loves being in Taurus. Venus is like rules Taurus. She works really, really well in Taurus and she's wanting to bring you love, money, abundance. And so it's all this like lovely earth energy of the High Priest and the Pentacle Queen coming in about just getting ambitious with something, getting really grounded, getting really ambitious. There's resources around at this moment to support it. The universe is supporting this. So it's getting really comfortable with something you're willing to commit to as well. So, yeah, it's an interesting energy. And the Pentacle Queen is kind of like, maybe there's something it's like reach for the stars. Don't be afraid, but trust your intuition with this. So, yeah, that's the information that's coming through for you, Virgo. I like how it's very grounded. It's kind of interesting because it's your fellow earth sign, it's Capricorn and Taurus, but it's not Virgo. So it's kind of like you're doing something a little bit different or doing something very differently. The king, or with somebody with that King of Swords coming in. So, yeah, I mean, it's smart. You're being smart about this 100%. You're using your mind with that King of Swords, making potentially a very big decision here around a commitment and how comfortable you and the comfort zones in your life. So we've got the 2 of Cups. Okay. The Strength card, the 10 of Wands, the Hermit. Okay. You have turned up in the recent past. Okay. Here you are. The Queen of Swords is coming in. You're turning up as the 8 of Pentacles, which is another Virgo card. And we've got the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. There is love around you, Virgo, after a period of soul searching, which is actually very, very nice coming through. The 6 of Wands, success, victory, and the Judgment energy. Okay, beautiful. Awakening, rebirth as an outcome. Absolutely lovely. And the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay. You've been asked to step into something that is very fated. You're not sure about it. but you're going to take a good look at it anyway. And look who's here. Who were we just talking about? The Empress, Venus. This is Venus here, the symbol for Venus. This is the Empress. Like I said, she wants to bring in abundance, more love, more money. And we're seeing this on both accounts here in this reading. So, yeah, interesting, because that's the situation. We've got the King of Swords crossed by the Two of Cups. So the King of Swords may be that you need to make some decisions around love or love and relationships in your life. And it could have been that somebody's gone a bit cold or you've got a bit cool on somebody. There's a detachment here. The King of Swords is kind of a cold character. Or cool, at least. Very emotionally detached, even though this person does have feelings, not necessarily showing them or not necessarily engaging with them at this moment, very much in their head. So it's making a decision. And crossed by the Two of Cups may be that there's somebody blocking you from making a decision at this moment in time. Maybe someone's standing in your way. But I feel like it's kind of like you need to... It's a sense that you need to be really logical about this, really rational. It's like to make this decision, you don't want to be making an emotional decision. You want to make a rational decision. So, and it doesn't have to be about a relationship, but it can feel like it's like the consideration of others might be something that might be blocking you or crossing you at this moment in terms of some of the factors that you're considering here in terms of making this decision. But like I said, it could be actually around love. So in your conscious mind, you've got the Strength card, which is, it's interesting because High Priest does represent, it does represent a commitment in relationship to, it can be represent marriage or a long-term commitment or somebody that you're very at home with or might even be living with. So even if you're not, it's like there's a big commitment that you're thinking about stepping into here. It can be related to career with the Three of Acorns as well. But the Strength card is having the courage to step into it, to wonder whether you have the courage to make this decision, to work out this strategy, to kind of do what it is that you need to do. So, yeah, the Strength. And this is interesting. This is Virgo meets Leo. The maiden meets the lion. So you might actually find out that you're stronger than you think here out of this energy, or you may be questioning it, but that usually represents that. The Ten of Wands. So this, I think that this is something that's been, a huge thing that could be weighing on your mind at this moment. At the root, the Ten of Wands represents a burden. It represents something that's become a burden. It represents maybe you've put too much time and effort into something and you just can't do it anymore. It can represent working too hard for some of you. You've been working too hard, or you've been working too hard at this relationship and you're wondering what the next steps are, or this commitment that's in your life and wondering what the next steps are. So again, it's this sense of, foresight and exploration. It's better to kind of know, to think ahead rather than just it needs to be well thought out, really, is very thought-provoking and thought out kind of energy. The Ten of Wands is very much it could be looking at your responsibilities, the sort of responsibilities that you've taken on, because this could definitely be around a commitment that has become, you've taken something on, or something on of somebody else's. Sometimes you're feeling responsible for somebody else or responsible for a decision. So it can be something that feels like a bit of a heavy burden that's coming through. So, but it may also be that there's something really big on offer here, like there is a new commitment coming through. And this, strangely enough, this could be like a marriage proposal for some of you, where it's like you're deeply considering this and you're wondering whether, this is a big decision to make. This is a big commitment to step into, and kind of wondering, like that usual, sometimes it's a thing of, is this going to be a huge burden in my life, or is this going to be something I'm ready for, like ready to be responsible for, to step into it. So it can be, it can appear in so many different ways. You've got the Hermit in the recent past. So this would suggest a little bit of soul searching around this commitment. And it does feel very much connected to a relationship and making some decisions around that. This is the card of Virgo. So it can be wise. It can be wisdom coming through. And kind of saying, I want to see the path ahead and connecting to your inner wisdom. Again, it's a sense of this has been well thought out. This is not just something you're jumping into. Like I said, you've had the foresight, you've maybe explored different options, looked at different options, looked further afield and said, if this happens, A equals B equals C, what will then happen? And what if I went down path B, would that equal Z? And so I feel like you've really, really well thought this out to the point that in the near future you're kind of communicating your decision here with the Queen of Swords. You're not scared. Like she has got her, this is where she's kind of giving out her deliberation. It's like, I've thought about this and this is what I've resolved to do. This is what, and this may not be even you telling somebody else. I mean, sometimes this is the giving somebody the go ahead or giving the yes, this is what the decision can be. This decision can go ahead. But it can sometimes be like an internal resolve. And what I love is her head is above the clouds of fear and doubt. She's no longer questioning whether she's strong enough to do anything, to do this, or you are. It's not necessarily gender specific. And it's also about questioning the strength of the commitment that's here or the strength of a particular relationship that's here. So it's kind of like, yep, I've made my decision and this is it. And I kind of get my decision is final. You know how your parents, I don't know if your parents used to say that, but mine did. It's like, that's my decision and my decision is final. And it's kind of like, okay, you just knew you couldn't argue with it once that came in. So yeah, Eight of Pentacles, you put a lot of work into this. So interestingly though, like for some of you, this can be a really positive shift and change. Like you're making a big decision about a big commitment, but you have thought about all the consequences. You put a lot of work into it with the Eight of Pentacles. This could quite literally be around a work decision because this is work coming in. But this could be like giving the green light to something, saying yes. So it can actually be really positive because around you, you've got the Ace of Cups, which is love. So there is love surrounding you at this moment in time, or a new, could be healing as well. This is a new cycle that begins and a new emotional cycle. So some new feelings could be coming up. So there could be new feelings around love, new feelings around just your emotions in general, new feelings. The Ace of Cups can represent something new is birthing in that emotional realm for you. So yeah, this is fascinating, but it's interesting because it's like your head is in charge here. Your heart is, going, yep, I'm feeling things, but your head's making all the decisions. Like, I'm looking after you, heart. So in your hopes and fears, you got the Six of Wands. This is like success. You want this to be the right decision. You want this to be the right strategy. You want success and recognition with this. And I would say with the Empress, it's like expect a great result. This is definitely the right thing to be doing, but there's still hesitation around it. But the Judgment card, something is calling you here. This is a sense of awakening, renewal. You've been called into something and it feels very fated with the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like you've been asked to change, but it's like a necessary change or asked to make this shift. So the Judgment card is potentially you changing your mind and giving somebody or something a second chance as well. But it's a rebirth energy. It doesn't have to necessarily be that. It's a rebirth energy, and we can see this here with the Ace of Cups, that something is rebirthing in your emotional, in your heart, inside your heart at this moment. It's a rebirth of love or doing something you love, and you're getting very, very strong messages from soul and spirit coming through around this. So it's like, don't get too comfortable, because comfort and security is important to you. That's part of the issue around this commitment. But you're going off on a bit of a journey. You're going off to explore what that means to you and how that could be better in your life, perhaps. So yeah, you've got the Two of Pentacles, which is, there's a little bit of going back and forth, a little bit of ambivalence. The fact that this is calling you and it's requiring a big change with the Wheel of Fortune. It's potentially, you're a bit ambivalent about it at first, but then you're going, okay, the Page of Pentacles. I take a look at this. I'm getting some really, really strong messages around starting it, what this is, committing to it. It starts off something small, but it's something that definitely could be grounding into a reality. It's the element of earth. So sometimes with the Ace of Cups, this is like feelings. You've got everything happening. I mean, you've got the cups, you've got the swords, you've got the pentacles. So this is where it's not a specific area of your life. There's a fairly broad overview that's coming in and making this change. And I feel like you want to get inspired again, like you want to get the spark back. You want to feel like it's like this new beginning, something that's activated, that's kind of getting you excited and maybe be able to set some new goals. So the only thing that's really missing here is the Wands energy, and that's what you're wanting with the Six of Wands: recognition, success, validation, to be able to be seen. And so, yeah, I feel like, you know what to do. But at every step, you're kind of taking every step slowly and questioning it and just making sure it's the right thing before you step into it. So I feel like the Page of Pentacles is really nice because you're about to embark on something new. You're about to step into new territory, and it feels exciting. It's grounding into a reality. We've got the Empress here as well. She's promising abundance, or saying this seed that you're planting here with the Page of Pentacles, or this message you're getting around your earth realm, your human realm, that you should be, activating this seed in your life, could bring a really fantastic result with the Empress. She brings money, she brings love, and we can see both of that here. So, yeah, it's very much a sense of what opportunity lies in front of you that this Empress is bringing you, and consider it. Consider what's on offer here this month, this fortnight. So let's pull an affirmation card for you, Virgo. And the Page of Pentacles is like a nice, fresh energy. Like it's young, it's enthusiastic, it's getting excited. It could be a little bit like, oh, this seems like a fantastic opportunity or a great idea. Getting really like used to the idea. I think it's like trying something on and getting used to it, getting comfortable with this thing that's coming through here for you. It says, I now create a wonderful new job. Okay. I'm totally open and receptive to wonderful new position, using my creative talents and abilities, working for and with people I love in a wonderful location and earning good money. Okay. So that would suggest that potentially it's got a lot to do with your career as well. Or work, whatever it is that you're doing. And it doesn't have to necessarily, what they're saying is it doesn't have to necessarily be, okay, you're changing jobs or changing careers or doing anything like that. You might start something different, like maybe you're moving into a different role. Again, it was that sense of trying something on, try before you buy kind of energy is what's coming in with it. So maybe you're starting a new project or something new at your work that just feels different. But yeah, I feel like we've got the Tower as your charm. This is all about building something of significance. Okay. And again, it's like a big commitment that's coming through here. And you don't want to build that tower without having planned it out with the foresight of what it's going to look like, exploring the area, looking at it from a whole heap of different angles. This is really important to be doing this work with this. And yeah, it's something that potentially could be seen, like the Six of Wands. It's wanting to be seen, something that is visible in terms of something you've made and built in your life, or something to do with potentially to do with status or career that's coming in that people can recognize, and might even be a symbol of status. It kind of might even be a symbol of it's helping people head in the right direction. Ultimately, that's what towers used to be as well. They used to be like, before roads and Google Maps, it used to be, there's the tower. Now I know that's the way to the city. So it's helping people head in the right direction, or even yourself. It feels like it's got something, the tower is something that is a symbol for everybody. It's not a personal symbol. So this is why I feel like you're potentially doing something that will help. It's got a greater good associated with it as well. There's a collective energy around it. So It actually feels like you're building something. You're about to step into a big commitment, build something that is, again, like status change can be marriage or anything like that. Again, that can be something that comes through, but a lot of career energy and just, like I said, make the plans, work it through, and be really aware of the commitments that you're wanting to take on. And yeah, but it just feels like the universe is gifting this to you. You'll get this sense of it's just going to come to you at the right time. You know, it's fated. It was supposed to come in for you. And so when this little gift comes, it's a gift from the Empress. So it's like, yeah, take a good look at it. Make the most of this opportunity when it comes in. So it could be a really fantastic career or work opportunity that's coming in. Or if you're not actually working, and maybe it's something that you're doing in your daily life, like a hobby or something that you're working on that you spend a lot of time doing. It could be something like that, or it could be a new job opportunity if you're looking for a job. So yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of things it could open up for, but it feels good and very grounded. So that's it, Virgo. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. We're going to look at what's coming in the near future and the future beyond. We see that the Queen of Swords has said yes to something, go ahead, given it the go ahead, gone, yep, I've approved these plans. The tower is being built. And, through all this planning process, we know exactly where it's going to be made. You know, you're throwing that javelin, you know where it's going. You've got this sense of determination. And it's just a matter of like balancing some energies in order to bring this new thing in at this moment in time. So where is it all going? I see you taking a good look at it, giving it the go ahead, getting some very strong messages coming in that this is about to go into the next phase. This is about to go into a renewal and rebirth energy. So where is it all heading? Where's it all going? Let's see where it isn't going in the near future, the future beyond, what energies are coming in to support it, who's coming in to support it, what other opportunities are coming through with it. We're going to also pull some cards about managing this energy, because all energy is potential. So there's potential to bring something really solid and abundant into your life, which is fantastic. So let's see, pull some cards about working and with that energy and getting the optimum results. So we'll look at that as well as any other intuitive messages or clarifiers. So that is all going to be in the extended reading. We're just going to pick this apart a little bit and look into it with foresight and exploration into the future. So the link for that, I'd love it if you come over. The link for the extended reading is in the description box below, and I usually pin it to the comments as well. And if this is where we're leaving each other, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and take care, Virgo.